Yes, good night, good night, good night, good night, all the fans of the Saudi Crest Show and also YouTube fans here and abroad, wherever you are. We know that you like to get your favorite information, of course, whether it be sports, entertainment, or education. This is where you get all of it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Saudi Crest Show. Let me welcome you to this another episode of the Saudi Crest Show. Tonight, we'll just be for a short show, hopefully. Just to touch a little of what is coming up. And I must say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time, a special welcome goes out to you. And of course, big up to all the loyal fans of the Saudi Crest Show. And even if you have never subscribed, I'm asking you, please do so. But it is your judgment. You know how it goes. People, our topic tonight, the 2023 schoolboy football competition is fast approaching. Just to say, what are you expecting? What are the expectations of this year's competition? It with deep regret for many of us that the EPL is over. A matter of fact, as it relates to football, European football that is, this will draw to an end coming this Saturday with the Champions League finals. So what is next for us? The EPL probably, I believe, will restart or for the new season before the schoolboy football competition. But nevertheless, people, this is where our art is right now. Jamaica, the schoolboy football. Big up yourself, Heron. Blessings and Hannah. Man, God, Heron, man. Trust me. Bless up yourself, the youth. Thanks for joining. I hope you share with us, boss. No problem. Continue to type in the chat and for all of you as well. You know, as you can see, hopefully, you see this? Oh, this, the PBA. I want to big up the PBA massive, yes? The PBA organization, the past Adrenaline Ballers Association. Big up yourself, wherever you are. And I also encourage for those past students who love football, and even if you love the Adrenaline, if you have not yet in a position to support anything as it relates to Adrenaline, please join the PBA Association. We welcome you with open arms. It's a great organization. It's a very young organization, but you'll be surprised to see the work that this organization has done. I also want to big up all the other sponsors on the Saudi Crest Show. And of course, there's a lot. And we still have space and the opportunity for you to join us, right? So Nose and Toad Heating and Cooling System out of New York. Toti Restaurant, that is a taste of the island restaurant coming out of Florida. Fine Cut Barbering, Juki's Shipping, Solid Rock Black Factory, Basil Messam, Deja Vu Retro Party, and we do have a lot more. But for now, we want to say blessings goes out to you all. Later on, I will introduce a new sponsor, and I hope he's on tonight. So we'll get it there. But in the meantime, put together your thoughts. Let's see if we can have a discussion. And people, it's very, very important that you let me know how you think. Yes. So we want to really chime in on the schoolboy football season coming up. A matter of fact, let me just say another late congratulations to the winners of the previous year, the previous competition, which is Jamaica College for Manning Cup, and of course, the mighty Clarendon College for the Dacosta Cup. Which of these teams, ladies and gentlemen, will be able to defend their title successfully? Tell me. And with that in mind, people, I'm going to put the link in the chat. And if you have any interest at all to join me live, to share, you can just click on the link and it will take you here. All right? So, yes, Saran, big up Piba family. Yeah, man. So I'm just saying to you now, which of these schools you think can defend their title? If you do remember, there were some upcoming schools in both competitions last year. Schools that present themselves for being a formidable, I don't know if you can call the word, challenging for title, not just competing. And there's a number of schools, over 100 schools, who participated in the schoolboy football competitions. That's a lot, people. And it boils down to 2 or 3 schools. We'd probably say 4 schools who will win these. And remember, we have the knockout competition, which is the Ben Francis Cup for those who enter the DaCosta Cup. And also the Walker Cup for those who entered. It's a town versus school. Big up yourself, RR, up, know you're there. RR OST, can't join tonight. A lot of people want to see you, RR, because, as we say, whenever I go on the other shows, man, you are there. You're all over YouTube, RR. Real sportsman. The man who have the information at his fingertip. I can tell him, boss. Big up yourself. Yes? So, we have the Ben Francis, as I mentioned, that the country schools play. Yes, qualification rounds, boss. We also have the Walker Cup, which the town school play. But what surprised me last year is the number of schools who have represented themselves very well. Schools that many of us would not have believed would have reached this phase. Leo Face in the building. Blessings to the Sardi Crest family. Bless up yourself, Leo. I hope you stay safe, stay far from those wings in the boss. Yes. Thank you, boss. Thank you for joining as well. We have to spend some time on the Sardi Crest show. So I know I might get a lot of adrenaline people in tonight. Yeah, too many schools in B Cup. All right, we're gonna see that. I'm gonna post this because maybe this is something we can really discuss. Yes, too many schools. We can discuss that, but I'm gonna keep that up so we can have a discussion around that. Not a problem. All right. So when you look at the schools, and then we look at the country schools, and if you look at the finalists, we have an upcoming centralized school who no one, and I'm going to say this without any apology, maybe, just maybe, the fans of Centralized thought they would have been able to go to the finals. And I say that to say because they are always there with their teams. No, coach, don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to get me wrong either. But I am not too sure that the coach have given himself or the team a chance to reach the finals of the DaCosta Cup. But I must say, I must give all the accolades, yes, to Coach Douglas. Yes, man, Coach Jermaine Douglas. Boss, you have done a wonderful job. And again, I want to say this, people. Don't beat on me, but Coach Douglas is also an adrenaline pass student. Yes? up, Sadi. Respect Sir Lee. RR saying Arsenal boss. Yes, that is Leo Fiese. Yeah, man, that's a huge achievement for both Arsenal. Very, very huge achievement for Centralized. And, it is with this people that we want to say, look, there's much more than just winning. Yes, every school wants to win. But is it a situation that we should focus merely on winning people? Because if that is really the situation, our football in Jamaica may not develop in such a way. Yeah, man, RRET, the same man. Tajan McLean, blessings, Taj. Yes, boss. Saying this, boss, and RR, you made a good point here. Too many schools in DaCosta Cup. But I am not so much with that position. Yes? Because what I look at, schoolboy football is extracurricular activity for the boys in the schools. And so every single school should get the opportunity to enter or to, compete in these competitions. That's a premier schoolboy competition. And so with that, I don't have a problem with the many schools. ISA has done a great job, a wonderful job, yes, in zoning those teams, more so geographically, yes, so they can participate at a different group in the first round, then move on to the second round if they have that pedigree. So, the too much schools and people, if you don't have them, what happened to the boys with the skills and the talents from school X to Y? Tell me. So are too many schools? You may look at it based on how the competition runs, because it runs basically for 3.5 months, or probably 4 months. Let's say 4 months. Yes, because the last game may play in December while it starts in September. Are you full of information in the boss? So yes, people, let us join in and look at this question. Look at the statement that too many schools in Dakastaco. He's now quantifying the statement by saying some schools should play in a tier 2 and promotional zone for the real competition. You see, what are the problem is, while that sounds very good and good for the fans, maybe, you know what will happen? Tell me which months are term for that argument will those competitions be played? Yeah, that's how I want to look at it. Because guess what? The schoolboy football starts in term 1, September to December. When you look at it, it is very difficult to extend the season, because there are so many different sporting disciplines that ISA runs for schools to participate in, and they have to do it month by month or term by term. So while having a tier 2, yes, and where and how would you develop the criteria for teams to put in tier 2? Because we don't have a tier 2 now. How would you classify? How do you get a team to go in tier 2? If you look at that, a team may perform poorly last year because that team is rebuilding, and you say, boy, tier 2. But next year, that team probably have the quality to win the Costa Cup or Manning Cup. So to use the first competition, yes, you may say that. And remember, it is not a national football competition. It's a schoolboy competition for school and for students. Let's put it that way. So you have to give all of them a chance, boss, to be honest with you. So yes, what do you think, people? You share your views based on that. And we continue. All right? So Leo Faces is asking, how do you group the different tier in D Cup RR? Yes, that's what we want to hear. RR, trust me, I would have happy if you could have just come on for 5 minutes and we just blow through that topic. That like a suggestion. So you can have a striker score 15 goals and only play 3 lower standard school, and the same striker don't go inter-round. The thing about that, while I understand your point, the thing about it, that striker got the opportunity to showcase his talent. And hopefully, in and around, which that is also what I'm going to say is also a challenge in Jamaica, but hopefully there's a club system, whether it be Division 1, major leagues, the tier 2 competition, and even a Premier League team probably see that striker and know, say, that youth have something in him, and, invite him into their clubs or their structure for further development. So not going to inter-round is not so much a big problem. Everybody can't go. It's similar to what we are seeing now with the EPL. You're a big side of a cycle for 5th RR. Not every team can go to Champions League. Yes? So you're having some very good players, but they're not playing in the Champions League next year. Every year that happens. Sometimes the best player in a particular role or position doesn't make the Champions League spot. So, that's how it goes. So you're saying, so he might drown and the transfer rules killed his career. You see, and this is where I would love ISA and the JFF to take the football level or take the football to another level. Yes, and I believe last year, but they have tried. When I look at the promotion, when I look at the different matches that were broadcast, many teams got a chance to showcase on national TV or cable, if you want to call it, Sportsmax. But what even good enough? What was even better than that last year? There are so many YouTube channels that brought those games. Remember the Sardi Crest show? Not the show at the time, but the Sardi Crest TV actually brought you a number of games, even though it was a bit biased towards adrenaline in terms of the games that were aired or streamed, if you want to put it that way. So, is that the striker will actually drown, But the fact of the matter is, he got a chance, or the team got a chance to showcase their talent. Some people see them. So this argument equates to why the standard drop. I don't think so, RR. I don't think so. That's also another thing we can look at. Yes? We also talk about the yes, people. Thank you very much, RR. Like up the channel. And I'm gonna ask you to do that right now. And if you have not yet subscribed, my people, please do so. So please like the channel. Please like the channel. So regardless of what you're saying, boss, the standard is a different argument still in other boss. Yes? Because when you look at and let's mirror, let's look at KC in the Manning Cup last year. I believe KC played their worst set of games in the latter part of the season. They could not go above and beyond as it relates to reaching. Look at it. And let's be fair. So it's not about just the standard drop. The standard has dropped for many reasons. And it shouldn't be. But some of these reasons, people, is that the emphasis that are placed on football in some schools, yes, it may be higher than the others. You will hear people talk about the financial challenges. Yes, it's no doubt, it is there. There are, what would I say now? There are schools that actually are unable to play all levels of football in their schools. So they try to do the one that they will get the highlights, which is the Costa Cup or Manning Cup. Yeah, man, that's true. Some schools just can't fund the programs. And I do understand. Are you talking about funding the program? We have another thing that we want to look at some different aspect of this whole thing. We're not just going to take on this because we are saying it for the sake of, doing. All right? But the point I want to make, people, is that whenever we have system change or structural change, even in generations, you will find standards up or down, fluctuate. Unfortunately, the football standard in schoolboy football has gone down, which many of us may say. And also, that there's the argument, we can debate that. Some people tell you that the standard is much higher now. So it is a debate. It is a debate. All right? I'm going to give you a link with Mr. Keith Wellington. I'm going to tell you your ideas are not normal, my boss. Your ideas are above the level of the regular thinking. Football levels, the football thinking, the administrative level. People, look at what RR is saying. So bracket them to play each other. That's, if you ask me, RR, easy, I think you just want to still get to your point of a tier 2, because if you bracket them, that's another situation. Big up yourself, Dale Dunga Thompson, man. How are you, man? Always with your eyes open wide. So, Dale Thompson, when you heard that, Sadi, what are you talking about, Dale? Heard about what? The standards that I mentioned? Some principal don't endorse football program. That's what RR say. You see, RR, I don't want, trust me, I don't want to get into the principal part of it. And even if, and get, listen, I want you to listen me correctly, no, get me wrong, All right. Even if a principal don't endorse football, you can't kill him or no boss. Because guess what? Every individual have a sport or a discipline that they love. Hmm? So if principal A was a tracksman or a tracks girl, through school, going up and so on, of course, most definitely that person will, more geared towards track and field. Remember, the principal have a dual duty, in the fact that he has to or she has to coordinate all the programs in the school or oversee the programs in the school. So it all depends as well as the strength of the sports department in the school to look and to really get these things up and it's not just the principal, man. Trust me, I can tell you that. There are some schools that have very, very weak persons in their sporting department, the P department. You have some schools where P teachers don't even business with football. Mm. So you see now, Lunga, this is a man who is doing football. Kadiri Francis, big up and welcome. Definitely the standard have improved. Right? Schoolboy football is bigger than the local the Premier League. That's another debate, my boss. And when you say bigger, what do you mean, Kadiri? Is it talk about the attractive football, the level of football being played, the technical abilities of the players? When you say it's bigger, what are you talking about? You're talking about the crowd that it drew or the promotion that are there. There are many ways. So let me know aspect of it. If we should have two-tier in Doncaster Cup, that's when you would see record players leaving a traditional school. Leo, I mean, I really think so because right now, based on the transfer rules, the leaving wouldn't be a good option. Maybe they have to sit out another year, maybe can't play, depending on the quota. And we're going to look at what the quota says that will be in effect as of September 1 this year. All right? So Great Caesar did endorse football. Edinland and have a 3D cup. What you say? What you say, man? Listen, if the Great Caesar did endorse football, Edinland have 3D cup. No, boss. I can tell you. I don't know if there's another principal at Edinland who endorses football more than the Great Caesar. What you say? No, man. May I tell you straight. Caesar was probably one of the most supportive football principal in Jamaica. Yeah, man, me can tell you that. But maybe you see something else we don't see, so let me get some more points out. Deal. Most the crowd, yeah, that's true. I think yes, the crowd that follows schoolboy football is far bigger than Man and than Premier League. And you know what happened? We can always debate that because it's not true. It's true, Because guess what? There are so many persons who are attached to schools, people, past students, But you don't have much of those persons attached to clubs. So they don't follow it like that. It's not so intimate. They're not so close to clubs like how they're close to a school. So the support is a factor. I've seen schoolboys step up to play Premier League and them is a shadow of themselves. But that league, the Premier League is a mature league. It is a much rougher league. It takes more maturity from an individual, from that as they have the schoolboy level. And we did at the last program we did on Friday. Speaks to that as well, But let's look. So you are saying how many baller ride out them age at Compre? How old it, man? It's a lot. It's a lot. Trust me upon that. When Gregory come on, he will tell you. So Dale Thompson, where say Caesar is right behind Radcliffe. Radcliffe was exceptional, but I can say Mr. Ricketts was not the most supportive. What Mr. Radcliffe has with Glenmuir was external support. During our days at Adrenaline Dunga, I can tell you, we probably have about 3 or 4 persons who externally who assist us. Yes, with sponsorship and so on. And those were very limited sponsorship. Yes, it was. If we had something like a PBA back in our days, who or what could have stopped us? You're mad. Oh, yeah, so man. Trust me. So big up again, PBA. Big up yourself. Oh, let's get it again. So, new school bracket in Division 1. Oh my God, trust me. Yes, so Kaderi is saying sponsorship, support, and coverage, just to name a few. Yes, I really believe the sponsorship, the support, and the coverage is, I don't sure about the coverage in my view, because what I have seen for this year Premier Leagues, the coverage was exceptional. Yeah, man, the coverage of this year Premier League was exceptional. I think Sportsmax did a wonderful job. Yes, yes. So we're not going to beat down on that, even though Sportsmax cover the schoolboy football too. So maybe that equate each other, but the sponsorship and support for schoolboy football, I think it is greater than the Premier League. So Leo Fierce, what you try to tell me, they would rather leave and sit out just to get the highlight the traditional school gets. No, what happened, yes, me understand that, but that was like a few years back. But right now, Leo, what I am saying, if you look at the transfer rule, and maybe I'll just have to jump into that shortly, just to highlight it, it doesn't really make sense right now, because let me not say, let me retract that statement. It's not like it don't make sense. It is just difficult and sometimes don't necessarily work out. You know what? Hey, big man, we can't tell no this. It's the JC, the KCs, the Clarendon colleges. They have players there who very good and make the team in a bridge. Who, if they had stayed or actually gone to a lower level school, they would have actually hey, you have some players who can move a school, It's 9 o'clock. And they will do well. They will do well with a lower level school than what they give to those massive schools. Yeah, man, the competitive nature of individual players sometimes stifle others. Yeah, so that's how it goes. RR. Nobody get me in no trouble, RR. Where's the Radcliffe Taylor the system for Glenmuir? I tell you, coverage was always great. That's true, Dunga. I second that. Caesar wasn't that supportive in my days. 98 was a prime example. Leofius, as me say now, you have to give me some details. Trust me, you have to tell me reasons why you say Caesar wasn't that supportive. And as I said to you, as an administrator, if you don't have certain support of certain things, you can't do it as a school administrator. Trust me. There comes a time when you have to shift. Hey, remember this though, Remember, there are some times that Glenmuir were on the what do you call on the ground, could make a second round, Remember that. Remember that, people. And also, I want you to remember that back in the days, Adrenaline wasn't a school that attract a lot of students from outside. It has to, the coaches are the persons to go out and dig some people out of some place to carry them to Adrenaline. It's not like a situation where people wanted to come to Adrenaline, to play football. Oh, but me not really take that as a debate, because if you know things, we know, because I don't know. But what I could say, or what I can say, in my view, what I have seen and what I have felt through the leadership of E.L. Ricketts, Yes, people the place hot. What I have seen is that he was very supportive. As I say, I couldn't complain. So Tyson had more years. Tusi had more years. John had more years. Nose had more years. See, just name a striker and top midfielder. RR, right now what I can say to you, my boss. What I will say to you. Tusi may be the only player right there that I can remember who would have actually never finished his years that he has to play the Costa Cup. And if you should really look back, RR, you're a real reasonable man, If you should look back, we can't always be in the limelight and not behaving ourselves. Many of us used to give massive trouble at school. So when you find that the Tusi and so on who probably were asked, and maybe John, not sure, were asked to leave before time, you and I know the issues that surround those guys. Knows, and the other thing to remember that every individual, not just talking about football, eh? You laugh out loud. You don't laugh yet. Yes, man. Let me put you up. You're laughing out loud, RR. You don't laugh yet. So I'm just saying that to say that it is very difficult to keep some youth in a school. Very difficult. You see the things, and if you ask them now, they would have thought differently. They wouldn't have doing the same things that they're doing. They'll be more accepted. Yes, or accept what school has to offer. You and I know. I played out my years. Most of all my teammates played their whole years. Yeah, man, Tyson never have no more year, man. Tyson complete his 19-year stint at school. Trust me. You need to step down a Lennon to talk about behavior. I rather carry that on a Wednesday night show. I can tell you. So you're saying to me, could create a behavioral problem as a principal, program as a principal. Education and school leadership has gone a far way now. Yes. Many of us, the things that we're talking now, right now in this situation, we didn't know or we didn't be thinking like that 20 years ago. Carry me to that bus. Both students and principals, teachers wouldn't be thinking 20 years ago like how we are thinking now. There's a saying or a song that says, if what I know now, I know then. Different. So behavioral program, I thought somehow we had it. Because look here, boss. Mr. Gregory not there, because Gregory was a prime example, If it wasn't for Mr. Ricketts and our season, Gregory couldn't finish school. I wonder if Skipper watch the show. He come in and say something about that. Why? You know how the Mapen ball of them was. Yeah, man, there's always a little challenge there, So Learface, 98, Hagler, Taffy, and Butler was on B Cup camp. And after Jacko left, Mr. Ricketts came and asked them to leave. But why? Why, boss? Mr. Ricketts couldn't tell him good player them for left. Something was wrong. So, highlight them thing them, boss. If you don't really want to call on him, I like them. And you mentioned Jacko. We're going to have Jacko on the show one of these nights now. I hope he will accept the invitation. Trust me, good coach. Very good coach. Jacko started the program at Company. And let me not say the program per se, but he started the elevation of the development of football at Edinburgh. Courtney Jackson. Courtney Jacko Jackson did that. Trust me. All right. Hey, let me tell you something, RR. I was one of the beneficiaries, if you want to call it, of the John Green program. And the liquor you with them from Mapen in my days, them always a bad man. And all them do, trust me, they come to school, come bad. Tuba was a different youth, man. Tuba was a different youth. I tell you that. Tuba was a different youth. And Tuba have some real upper country thing in him. And Tuba not just Mapen, man. All right, so we can continue that. Bless up yourself, Mr. Chairman Dallas Harris. Big up yourself, Mr. Dallas Harris, the PIBA chairman in the building. What say you, my boss? Bless up yourself. Thank you very much for joining. I know you are going very busy right now, so it's very important that we big you up, my boss. Acknowledge the chairman in the building. So, yes, people, so let's chime in now in the other aspect of the discussion. So we are saying that the competition, the schoolboy competition, is fast upon us. We are actually in pre-season. Leofius, what you saying? To be honest with you, Saudi, when I heard Mr. Ricketts was a big supporter of football, I laugh. Big man, Leo, you cannot use 1998 to sum up that. And as Mr. Mina beat down on your point, because you probably have valid reason to believe that he wasn't a supporter of football. But what I'm trying to say to you, though, Leo, what may I try to say to you and everybody else, regardless of what you think about Mr. Ricketts, look at the programs. Look at what happened from 1986 through to 98, the very same year you're talking about. Check that, my boss. I want you to check that. But you can't, and I will say this to you, we can't use disciplinary actions, yes, to blame a principal or a school for not supporting football. Man, you can't run a school and you know discipline RR. And if Caesar wasn't a supporter of football, there's no way Caesar could have not cheered the Costa Cup at one point. Caesar was zone chairman for many years. I would love to say something, but you know what? I'm going to give you something to think about, RR. When I say Radcliffe bend the rules for suit Glenmure, I don't remember if that's what you said. But let me tell you, see, when Caesar was zone chairman, the man that used to set the fixtures. That's all I will say. That's all I will say. Not talking about support or not support. Let's go, because 2 years I don't know Caesar for, Leo face on the 98 side. Tough luck, Leo. Sorry about that, though. Sorry, really sorry that's what it went to. The fact that there was on B-Cup camp says a lot, Sadi. That tell you that we're only 3 there because he wanted to do a favor for Jacko, and not much about giving those 3 boys a second chance. Well, as me say, Bridget, what was the chance they got? Again, we don't want to go so much into that. Maybe we can go further, but I want to get to a few points before and we can get back to this Leo face. Yeah, what may I try to say to Leo? Listen what me I say. A second chance is always important, and I will support that. Maybe I would find a way to keep those boys. But remember, at some point, you'll have to take it. If during 1998, if you have Messam Chengi, and let me call one next name, we used to do whole heap of problem in high school. But Dunga in high floor. If Dunga, Chengi, and Messam was in the school 1998, they wouldn't play, maybe they wouldn't play. Because of how the school system, the diversity, yes, how the system has changed, where you are unable to to suck up to some level of indisciplined students because they are footballer. Remember, we are going to school, no question. Footballer don't have no name, you know. Footballers never have no name. I agree, some schools treasure their talent. But let me ask you, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now. If you check out the schools that win the competitions, yes, there are mixed views. There are very indisciplined players. There are the schools who just shelter them, so them they are a star in their own side in one school, they not do nothing. Yeah, that's true. But the schools that win with those persons, they're adaptive. They behave themselves in school, brother. Yes, man, they do behave themselves when they come to school. Because they take the football so serious. No for we are going to company never take football serious. You know what's the big prime example that big prime example. No, don't take it serious, man. So I'm not saying he's not a supporter. The big supporter part, I won't agree. No man, all right, see me skipper you come in, you know, man. The man them with they say controversial, you know. So here we talk. Yeah, man, no man, Caesar was a big supporter, man. Trust me. Bless up yourself, Trevor. Bless up, man. Yeah. Yes, so RR, we say go down to CC. I said, go down to CC. No, sir, I'm not step on CC right there. We're not step on CC. But people, as I'm saying, the schoolboy football competition is far up. Many schools started their preseason training. Sure, Edunalin well in training. I don't know if I want to give you no detail for Edunalin. Because the Saudi Crest TV, will be going out there from school to school. Trust me, I want to go right across the island to do some pre-season interviews, yeah? Yeah, man, we're going to highlight some of the schools who never hear before. And not just that, we just want to see how preparation is going. Get a little thing of how they feel about this competition. Their prospect, how far they can go. Are they competing or are they challenging? That sort of thing. So that's where the Saudi Crest TV will be in another few weeks. So just look out and you'll get all of those details. All right. So as I say, you will see Saudi Crest all about the place. Who the recruiter for people? Hey, me no knows that's what giant, man. Yes, man. What's giant? Big up yourself, knows. Sadi, why you have to use name? Knows. Who didn't take football serious, bro? That Bridget. So who me for use knows? Me not go call nobody name where I go beat me up, Beat me on the show. You can beat me on the show, me not no problem. But knows me know me can you only attack off your face, knows. Blessings to you and the Saudi Crest family. Bless up yourself, knows. But that knows not true, man. Not true, man. Me and you know it well done, man. Leo Face, I forgot to ask that, Oh, listen. All right, RR. You see, one of the things I want from you, RR, you talk about recruiting. I'm not sure about that. Talk to the coach. See if he have no recruitment plan. See if there's anybody who work with the coach from PIBA doing the recruiting. I don't know. Leo, that's all life got my boss. All right. So people who want to chime in and the Doncaster Cup season coming up, the Manning Cup. One of the challenges that we faced last year with schoolboy football that has matches been postponed, matches being played. We had a lot of double headers, Sonat games, the 1:00 games, and I'm not talking about second round, first round games because of the issue of shortage of referees. So I'm not too sure, people, but this is a show that we just want to touch the points because the next time we look at the schoolboy football, hopefully I'll get, Mr. Keith Wellington or somebody, maybe Mr. Dr. Wright, the Doncaster Cup chairman, to speak on these issues because I'm also want to get somebody from the Referees Association. I've made some contact already, but you know the hierarchy thing goes. I have to wait until the man up at top give the authority to speak. So yes, will we be having adequate referee? And not just adequate referee, but suitable referee. And when I say suitable, I'm not talking about what we believe that referees are biased. You see, when you put me in a trouble, you know, come bail me out. Just for fun, me bro. Good example to use when trying to teach a youngsters what not to do. Big up yourself, nose. All right. July 31, 2023, Edunalin School will come alive with pre-season football and fit. Hey. All right, just skipper coming, you know. Sorry about that. All right, so people, all roads, all airspace, all rivers, all the journey to Edwin Allen High School in Frankfield. All right, for the return of the fete. You remember back in the days, the great fetes that Edwin Allen stages? Well, PIBA, in association with Edwin Allen, will be putting on a grand, all day, all night affair. You want to say that? A grand Leo Face, you know, I have something to send out. Send me one of them flyer from the great lady, you know. One of the links so we can bust it. I don't know if I can bust it at this one, but I'm going to play a little piece. It's not the everything, but I wait a little more. All right. So again, July 31st, 2023. Football, a lot of activities in the day, ladies and gentlemen. A whole lot. We have past and present players will be there. So we have the present football team will play early. That will be the curtain raiser for the big game. So Edunalin versus Tets, if my memory serves me right, at 1 o'clock. And at 3, is that so? I stand for correction. But at 3, past Edunalin Ballers versus past Clarendon College Ballers. I might get into some trouble, you know. Trevor, Dallas, Leo, if me wrong, help me out here, nose. You see this past Edunalin Baller thing? Me no want no whole of people come bam rush thing, but they want to play. You know. If you're no P-Ba member, you know. Sadi Chris now give you no game on the team. Remember that. If you're not a legitimate P-Ba member, not saying if you're not a pass Edunalin Baller, no, that me I say. You must be a, let me move this so I can see what I talk about. People, you must be a P-Ba member to play on that day. If you don't change your mind, P-Ba, make me know. So for some of you, you have time to get registered as a P-Ba member if you don't want to play ball. Get that straight, Leo Face and company. Don't say can't agree with you, Leo, but a discussion they can go on at the chat, man. Yes, so Leo, respond. I'm talking from my experience, big bro. And I say, Leo, yes, your experience is good and not a problem. I give rise to that and I appreciate that. But I want you to actually look at the performances over the year, the number of years that Mr. Ricketts, aka Caesar, does his thing. Denton, you have been asking for this. I'm gonna put the chat. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you can join me, all right? And come give your piece. So please join us. See the chat they're coming out, the link coming in the chat box. Hit it and come and let us have a conversation. So yes. So Heron, let them know how to become a member. All right. We have the P-Bat Leo Face. Leo Face, join me. Me not saying much, you know. Me want somebody else from the P-Bat executive to come right now. We have Trevor, we have Leo Face, we have Nose, we have Dallas right now on the executive. People, join the show. Yes, membership dues. That's a part of it. But me not going to go further in it. I need somebody. Thank you, Aaron. That's a wonderful point. Wonderful point, Aaron. And I'm going to get that done. But I think I need somebody from the executive right now. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put it out again. Join me. And let's me call and out. Knows always a hiding. All right. I was pretty close to the program when you were playing Leo. That's good joke. That said Nose. Nose, no, Trevor, you know that's true. Leo face not thought the things are right. So make him know. So Denton, Flasher, see the link the boss. Jump in on the show and make we talk. Again, I'm gonna calling on Trevor, Leo, Arville, Dallas. Those are the members of the executive I'm seeing right now. Come in because and look at what it is, boss. See we post it. Let them know how to become a member. Yes, that's what the people need to know me, boss. So please, come on and come give me that little piece. Give me 5 minutes on the time and explain that. All right. So yes, we remember back then that we have chop Sadiq. Big up yourself, Mr. Petgrave, aka Pedigree. But a tune with that. Hey, Pedigree, you can do a little thing for Sadiq Chris. Beg your intro, no? All right, that was big man. Please and thanks. See, the Sadiq Chris show. You can see it up there, no boss. See it live there, no? See the Sadiq Chris show there? Yeah, man. I want me beg your intro, my boss. I beg your intro. So the people have come in, they say, yeah, I'm going to play my intro. Big up yourself. Chop. Sorry, Chris, you call me. I have too much name, But for the show, that's it. Big up yourself. Pedigree, the man who entertained at the PIBA functions. I want to tell you, big bad artist out of New York. Hey, adrenaline pass student too, man. Hey, we're great, And for you, some of you who have not gone to adrenaline, don't feel left out, man. Don't feel left out. It's just because of how the show go on. I understand. So come in and give it your piece and we just maintain that. So the refereeing thing, people, I have seen a lot of initiative from the JFF and also the Referees Association trying to develop referees in colleges and so on. But this is one aspect that I would love to touch with the ISA more than ever. Please, we need to get our referees aside early. I know that there are some parishes. Some parishes were, what would I say now, underfed or, we're not having the quantity of referees that are needed. There is a big shortage of referees in some parishes. I would love that to be addressed. And that means there are some referees who have retired. Yes, we could call them back in the game. Even if to allow them to do fourth officials. If that is the case to, people, there are some assistant referees. Maybe you have more assistant referees in the country than referees. So if that is the case, some of these assistant referees, I believe, in some of these games, especially the parishes that are short and referee, could step up to the plate. Or the Referees Association can do a little merge with parishes. So let's say St. Catherine and St. Anne. Very two close parishes, St. Catherine and St. Mary. If we have a big influx of referees, a large number here in St. Catherine, we could ask them to do some of the games in St. Mary or in St. Anne or vice versa, just to ensure that we have adequate referee. I am hoping that referees or the shortage of referees for this year's competition, schoolboy football competition, would not be a factor. And when it gets worse? It actually gets worse when the Premier League starts. So maybe that's why the Premier League didn't play much midweek games, yes? And so it is being left. But you know that they play Monday night game, Monday evening game. But I'm saying this, that I hope that we won't have a shortage of referee here. All right. Listen, me. Mr. Pommel, this is not a show for sleepy heads, you know, boss. Good night. Good night, Flasher, the great Denton Pommels. I'm not, you're muted. Unmute, Flasher. Well done. Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night to the listeners and everybody,
Hello.
all participating in this program. Good night to each and everyone. Yes, sir. I just called to tell you that I need my game. I don't want to. One thing I'm going to tell you is a
Yes.
correct. The last game I played in Frankfield, I scored on my own team. I hope Trevor is listening.
He's there, man. He's here.
Everything good, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, man. So far, so good. I can tell you, boss. You know, up and running. I know
Yes, sir.
you're due to be at the show, so I'm happy that you're joined. You see,
Not a
you see,
good night that I have to join.
you see, I hung up your pillow, your sheet, and all of that. Listen, me,
Yes,
man.
because it's a time, by late on now it's 3 o'clock. But let me hear about some football and the fete in Edwin Allen.
All right. So I'm gonna. You see, one of the things is Flasher and people. I am unable to play the video
Okay.
because of it has what would I say no different contents that I'm not shouldn't be playing on my YouTube channel. All right,
Okay.
right. But I'm gonna put up a flyer shortly so you could see it. But Leo Face, are you at work? Um, I don't know, but I'm trying to get Trevor, Leo, um, Arville to come on the show to talk more about it. They're not coming, man. I'm gonna call Dallas on phone to let him join the show because they need to come and speak more about that fit. A matter of fact, there's also another event coming up shortly in Canada in this month, the Canada Fish Fry. So we
Okay.
need we need some persons to come, and I don't know if Ryan, the coordinator, will be able to come on, but Leo Face is here as the PRO, should be able to give us some information. So, Leo, again, I'm calling you out, sir. PRO, Trevor, Dallas, and Arville. Come out, come talk about one, how to join PIBA, two, the FET, three, June Fish Fry. You see, Flasher, they are in the chat, chatting around about who was supportive of football from who doesn't and feel fix and all of that. Puppy, big up yourself. I see you join, boss. Bless up yourself. Elroy was the biggest supporter. How will you say, Puppy, man? Them don't know that, you know. But you see, at one of
Okay.
the things, there are so many
Oh,
things that has gone. Um, Leo Faces said, Wanderers bad boy Flasher.
no, nothing like that. You know, I thought we were gonna have a touch of these guys from the other night.
Oh, you mean
The coaches,
yes?
but
One is coming up. The part two will have more coaches and some of the players on the
yes,
show. Because if you notice, the Premier League was in the actually height of the season, and I
okay,
was so much appreciative. I must say enough respect to Teagat Davis to take the time out of his busy schedule. We have a lot of coaches who really want to participate, but because of how the Premier League and what was going on,
yeah,
you know,
okay,
so that's one of the reasons. Because this show should have aired from the week before.
okay.
Yeah, we should have streamed,
And
but
I was just trying. I thought that was the second leg of the show
no,
of the other night, but tonight. So
it is.
but
This one.
nothing is wrong.
Okay, yeah, man. We just look at the schoolboy football coming up and what.
Okay. Well, I hope they don't just take it for granted now.
Okay.
And the problem that I hear you guys are talking about, you're playing schoolboy football, but you think that you're a superstar.
Mhm.
And that's why. And then, they believe that they're superstars. Yes, they are superstars too. But
Yes.
if they can't listen to if they don't have this, the proper coaching, you know.
Mhm.
And coaching doesn't start from primary school. Coaching starts from the basic infant school. That's how I realized that even myself doesn't reach far in cricket, because when I start to see a coach, I develop my own dirty styles. Those weren't no good styles, So in every sport, I realize that you have to bend the tree before it's getting older, you know.
And you
So
see,
that's
that's the harsh reality that we face in Jamaica. We are not building from the foundation. Yes, we don't care for the root of the tree before we start
take
to
care for
prune.
the tree, but the root that tree to take care of.
Yeah, because we start to prune and
Yes,
engraft and so on, but we're not
yes,
caring for the root. Yes, and that's one of the problem we're having in Jamaica, especially when it comes to football and cricket. For track and field,
yes,
it's a bit different. We have
yes.
so many competitions for
You,
track and field.
you see, what happened, most people don't know that when you play track and field, it's an individual sport. Track and field is an individual, it leaves to that individual.
Mm.
But cricket, football, netball, all these sports, it's a team. It's a team. And
Yes.
you have to have coaches to show you from your young, teach you from your young what they expect of you within this sports.
Mm-hmm.
But if you develop a pattern when you just after you start to play the game, you say this is the way I can play, but it wasn't the right way,
Oh,
So that's something I hope
that's true.
they could really work on in Jamaica, like with the younger kids, because I have a friend in Jamaica doing something in Penance, and he's telling me that I wanted to buy some gears. He said buy it for school kids, young kids.
Oh,
That was my former skipper and coach at Frankville, when I used to play cricket at Frankville. And he
yes.
said he don't want no big man gear. They want for kids that he can break them into what he want them to be. And that's all I believe about the younger kids now. They need You don't have to have no real license coach, You just want to know somebody who understands the game, the fundamental of the game. Like as you talk about
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is a man who teach me a lot in the sport I used to participate in, and Trevor is a young man for me,
Mm-hmm.
young baby boy. So you just want somebody who will understand with young kids. That's when they see a coach at primary school, they understand what a coach is all about.
Oh, because
That
Flash, let me tell you, you think it's joke, when we were going to primary school, whatever football and cricket we played, we're just playing cricket.
yeah. But
I
I
mean,
tell you,
we never
your
had any
brother,
group.
Mr. Trevor Whittick, I could not take. I was a very great slip seas man with your brother Trevor,
Yes,
myself. We were good. I couldn't take catches out in the deep. Couldn't.
is that so?
I could not. It comes down that it all, and your brother is the one who teach me. A young kid. I was driving trucks. He was still in school, and he teach me how to take catches out there till I becomes a great outfielder. So
Oh,
these are the things you, and it's not because it's your brother why I'm telling you this, but
mm-hmm.
I was willing to learn because every time I drop a catch on the deep, I feel very embarrassed.
Why?
So I was willing to learn from your your brother who was
I mean,
a baby for me.
but him used to body up to Flasher.
Yes, and I used to
And
bad him up too. And you know something. I learned a lot from him over the years. That's when I come to America. I think he's the best captain I ever have. In my, he's the best captain I ever play with as a young kid and a old man
True.
up to today.
And
So
just
you know,
right here in the PIBA organization, he's still being recognized or acknowledged as the skipper.
listen, me man. When he captained the Edwin Allen side, there's no. I wasn't a football fan. I wasn't, but because I know he need our support,
Mhm.
I go to the finals in St. Elizabeth to watch him.
Yes.
And you know, although his team didn't make it at the get that cup that year, I think it's the best team Edwin Allen ever seen. You
Yes.
know, he's a leader, and that's what Jamaica need. A lot of Toad, a lot of Trevor. All of the guys that play around him, I don't say that maybe they are better than him too. You know, they have
Yeah,
more skills than him maybe,
that's
but
true.
he was a leader,
That's
and
true.
that's all I can tell you. You know, I wish that the young kids will live to come up to his standard because there's no, I don't see nobody reach his standard yet
For
either.
sure. You know, that's another story, boss. That is not that will take two more shows to
You know, for real. You know,
Leo Face is
but
saying that Trevor is the best cricketer skipper I know.
to me, I tell you, he's the best skipper I ever come. My brother skipper me. A lot, a lot of guys skipper me that know the game, but he's the best skipper I ever come across with his thinking,
Mm-hmm.
his
Yeah,
communication with each and every one.
that's true.
And when I sometimes I get mad and he could communicate with me and take it down a notch.
You see, one of the
Take it
things
down.
with me as a youngster playing with you guys, I was able to watch you people and learn. Yes, Trevor wasn't that easy captain to get along with, if you're a coward, if you're nervous, because you cannot make a mistake and this man don't really
No,
rub.
but
This man put you on a
he rubs it into you that you know these are mistakes you're not supposed to make, and that's what people don't understand. I couldn't tell you I'm an older guy for Trevor, but I couldn't take it personal
no
because
man.
when you mess up,
And he has a lot of encouraging. As much as how him come and put you under pressure, before him leave out of right of your years, yeah, get those encouraging
no,
words. So
I can't tell you.
I really skip him, man. I really skip him. I'm not
You
tell a
know,
lie. I learned a lot from him. And I went on to captain Edunal in football and cricket too. And I must echo the sentiments, people. I've learned a lot from the great skipper.
yeah, I tell you, as
Him
an
not really
old man, as an
Flasher,
old man like me,
he not really
can
rate me still.
oh,
The skipper.
him rate you, man, him rate you, sad him rate you. But I'll be, I hope I can. I hope you could video some of that game that I could see if I'm not down there in Jamaica.
Which one of the game?
You say the day for the fete and football
Yes, man.
because
Both games will be live.
because I'll be back here by that time. I'm coming up with first, so I'll be back here by that time.
Both
But
games. Both games will be live, Flash.
okay,
So you will
and
get
just
that
yeah,
live and direct.
and
All right.
just tell the listeners. I said it's a pleasure being on your show, Mr. Chris.
Thank you very much.
I tell you.
Because you hear this now? The skipper said you switch the program to cricket.
No, I not really cricket. Not really cricket. Let him know that I base it off to say how great of a skipper he is up to today. You see, he skipper
Hey,
me in Jamaica and he skipper me in America. And
Yeah,
that's why, and I watch him skipper the Edwin Allen school. I couldn't play football. Ask him if you remember when I score on my own team.
if it is no, we'd have video to show you, make you laugh. You'd be
You know,
crying when you see the
I
video now.
never forget, but my captain, he's one of the best.
Yes, man. Trust me.
He's an all rounder within his knowledge, within his skippering, and everything he do. And the guys who and it wasn't him alone. The guys that he skipper within the Edwin Allen team,
Mm,
they put their best out with him
that is true.
because of who he is.
Yeah, man. And him have a temperament, There's
Yes,
another thing.
because of who he is. Sorry.
Man.
Okay?
Yeah, man.
And
So,
listen,
so and I really switchy program, but him have to use what it takes, what he was involved in to bring out his point. And
yes.
kudos to the skipper. Skipper, the find out say it seems like your nose the close or nearby, but I don't know why nose is saying he's trying to get on and can't. But please, you know how the system run. Please jump on, come give us some details of the Canada fish fry. And most importantly, I want you to come and give us the viewers how they can join this PIBA thing. That question Heron said we should put out there. So come on, pass. Please and thanks, Mr. Skipper. You get a lot of accolades since night. So come, all flowers them are sending. Hey, Nose. Don't make me send you your bed. It's like you're not a company show, Nose. Me I go send you your bed. I mean.
Man, it's a beauty.
Yeah, so Kadir is saying that sports in primary school are not supported, and when the student athletes wear it, whether it be football or athletic, leave school, don't go back to the grassroots. They only support their high school. Let me tell you, yes,
That's the same thing I talk about.
to some extent, it's not like the primary thing is not supported. No, let me tell you what happened. You fans out there don't support the primary sports. I can tell you, I mean, last week we started to play in the St. Catherine Primary School. I went there. Matches starting the primary school each. And right now, I'm saying to you that nobody comes to watch it. Hold on a minute, Flasher. Just give me a few people. I need to check on something. Just give me 1 minute. I'm running out of battery on this. All right? Just a minute of your time. A matter of fact, let me see if I can just present something here. Just a minute, please.
And he gets a sense of all that. He is having these conversations with world.
Flasher, what is it you're watching?
All this. He brings that.
Uncle Donald. Uncle Donald. After Uncle Donald, man. Come on. Turn on the TV. It's night time. That's my show time, man. I'm very happy to be with you tonight, guy.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
And it's a play. I listen to the show all the while, but I wish what happened to the skipper? Is he joining in? He just writing.
I don't know why it's taking so long. But Flasher, I'm just gonna play this for a little while and I jump out and get back. All right. So hold your breath.
All right. Yeah.
I tell you this. Recently, I was in St. Petersburg, and I was like, wonder if I can find anywhere that can make me feel like I'm in Jamaica. And to my surprise, just like I'm in my kitchen with my mangoes and my banana and my breadfruit. Look here. You can get these kind of breadfruit. See here? My sweet potato and my yam and all that sort of thing. You can get them same place in St. Petersburg. And you can get everything under one roof. Where can you go? Taste of the Islands. Taste of the Islands supermarkets and restaurants. And you see like how gas price it go up and go up and go up and up and come back down, Try do everything under one roof. You can send your JN money transfer there. Yes, man. And top up your family overseas with them flow and them digital credit. What you saying? You never know. Taste Taste of the Island 727321415. Exciting thing that you can eat same place. So let's say you go there and you feel a little peckish, them cook up nice scrumptious meals, and you can get all your nice cut off meats, your chicken, your goat, your oxtail, your pork, everything. You know, hear me say everything under one dege roof, then you don't know. If you're sending barrel, they do barrels too. Yes, they do shipping to the Caribbean. Call them, man, or visit their website to look at all their services. www.toti.com. Toti.com. Yes, man. Taste of the Islands. You get it? Yes. Call them at 727-873-7559. Tell them they'll see to send you. Let's go again. 727-873-7559. Toti. Taste of the Islands.
Yeah, man, the great Del Cita.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Toast of the Island restaurant, managed and owned by Leo Packer Anderson. Yes, that's one of our own PIBA member out in St. Petersburg. All right. So, Flasher, you can stay if you want. We continue the discussion, and we were looking at the issue of I don't know what's happening to Nose. Trevor don't want to join. Seems like they're very busy out there. Arville, tell me what's happening. I will give it a try though. And also Dallas Harris. Let me call PIBA chairman because he should be able to come in and give us a little piece. That's the right man to talk about how to join PIBA and also to sell, because I'm sure persons from Canada may be watching and want to come and share with the PIBA group there. Out there, fish fry, big thing, Flasher, big like New York. Maybe it's not as big as New York, or but very, very good thing going on over there, man. I tell you.
Yes.
All right, so as we are there, we're talking about schoolboy football coming up with us. What is it to expect? We want to look at the coaches though in schoolboy football, and this again. Sometimes we do some topic, Hold on a second, Flasher. Let me hear from the PIBA chairman, Mr. Dallas Harris.
How you doing, Kevin?
You're live on the Saudi Crest Show, boss.
Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Thanks for having me,
Even another call coming. Can you join the show to give us a little insight of how to join and tell us a little more about the fish fry and whatever you can give us? There's a question out there. We need to know how to join the PIBA. I want an executive to come and do that.
Yeah, man. Sorry, man.
All right. So I post the link.
Play, man, anytime.
I post the link. So just jump on and come on. All right.
All right, boss.
Yeah, man. Respect. All right. So that's PIBA chairman. You'll be there shortly. All right. Good night. You're live on the Saudi Crest Show. Good night.
Good night, man. This is Arthur. Good night to you and your listeners.
Yes, sir. Good night. Thank you for joining. How are you?
I'm good. All right.
So yes, Arville, what say you now? You want to give us an insight of the fish fry or how to join the PIBA group?
We start off with how to join the PIBA group, the PIBA Bonafide group.
All right. Hold on a second, Arville. Dallas will be coming on to, as you say, you're trying. Dallas will be coming on. So I don't know if you want to do that or, let's see if you want to look at talk about the fish fry.
Well, tell you what, there might just be a few things that I might miss. So the chairman, when he comes on, will, pull in the gaps.
Okay. So you can continue, man. No problem. He will come on and help you out there. So go ahead.
I see somebody in the group inquiring about how to be a PIBA member.
Yes.
The simple way of becoming a bona fide PIBA member is by registering. To register, depending on where you are in Jamaica, I think it's only $5,000 Jamaica dollars to register. That's your annual fee. And if you are anywhere overseas, think it's what is it, $100.
$100.
Yeah, upon paying your registration fee, you'll be furnished with all the documents that will tell you what Peabody mission statements and all of that. So you'll be able to peruse it for yourself and get acquainted with, the inner details of what Peabody is all about, or broad aim and goals and stuff.
Okay. So Arville, one of the things that I may ask, you're still a bona fide member. What other members do you have?
Yeah, man. Well, FIBA started as just footballers, past footballers from Medunalin, trying to link up with each other and stuff like that. So presently, we do have what we call a ragamuffin group. Now, these are most of these persons are past footballers, but they are not necessarily bona fide registered in the FIBA group.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So, Flasher, you hear that, Flasher?
That's why I said to become a bona fide member, then all you simply need to do is to indicate your interest, pay the registration fee, and
all right. So, what are the persons to contact, and how do they make their payments?
Persons to contact, I think, as long as anybody who is inside the FIBA bona fide or on the executive of the FIBA group should be able to give the information. But the persons to contact presently, I think it will be the chairman, the PRO, Trevor Whittick, I think, if he's still in the position where he can accept payments.
Okay.
And right.
Okay. No problem to me. Then I can do that.
Yes, sir. So you need to get in.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I see Flasher telling you he's interested in coming. Yes, man.
Yeah, man. He is, man.
Yes.
Flasher,
Yes.
no problem. You'll be, if you'll be Jamaica, you'll be able to play that, but no war, Flasher.
Hey, tell him, Sadi, I will score up on my own team. Tell him.
Him say we score for the whole team, but all we have to do is keep away from our goal.
No problem. No war on him. Do the thing. No war won't be there. It's only that I have to watch. And that's why I said I just want to be a member that I can support and help. We can help other people to be better sportsmen than ourselves.
Yes.
That's the whole young Flasher. It's we trying to give back to the community, the youth, and to the community at large, and trying to make a difference in the life of these youngsters.
Younger people, yes. I understand that, so that's why I tell you, as you know, that I was just telling the host that I am a very old man now towards his brother who used to be my coach, and I couldn't tell him foolishness. I couldn't tell him I'm not doing this. And another coach that I have that I would never forget, former goalkeeper of Evan Allen, Upton Allen.
Okay.
A lot of people do remember. He was a very good goalie. And
the youngsters
so these are
the youngsters doesn't know Upton.
Yeah, but that this is somebody who
Sadi and Flasher. Upton was the first goalkeeper that I can remember keeping for Evan Allen.
You remember him, was? How you learned about him?
No, man. I was, of course, at the time I was just a youngster in primary school, but I had already developed a love for football. So I would run up to Edwinaling in the evenings when they have matches for training. Yeah, and he was the first goalkeeper from early memory to Edwinaling.
That's true. No, I understand.
And at the time, he was a student, and I was still a truck operator, and he was still a coach of mine. You see how funny it is? So,
Yes,
you know, I follow up the sport. I wasn't a good footballer, but I follow up the sports, and I will always follow it up till the day my breath stopped. I will follow up the sport and contribute to what I can and to the younger folks now that they could enjoy. And someday somebody said, this was a farmer member. What do you call it? FIBA? Yes.
Yeah, man.
The Ragamuffin, the FIBA, the Ragamuffin group.
That's the group they want to go in. No, they want the business group. When I see my skipper and coach, he will advise me where to go. Okay, most definitely.
Flatter, I can give you some insight to that. When you pay your registration fee,
Yeah.
you are automatically added to the bona fide group.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
group that is more business like. That's where we discuss and
Business.
share information about, you know.
Yes. No.
But you have the option as well to be
Mhm.
the meeting group where we just sit down, we chat, and we have fun, you know.
Yes.
And I'm around.
Yes.
As long as you are a bona fide member,
Yeah.
if you want to, you'll be added to both groups.
Yeah. It's not that if I want to. No, I understand the thing. I will be there. I will be a member. You know, when I talk to I tell you, as I talk to my farmer skipper and my farmer coach, he will advise me in all. I don't have to read a paper that he doesn't explain to me. That's how good a relationship me and Mr. Wittick have. Me and Trevor have. So, and when I said I'm an old man, you all know that I'm an old man for him. That's how it is. So, I'm
You
going
still
to
have
run
people,
the.
even though you know Flatter.
Hmm?
Me say your skipper still a try bad up people, even at this age and stage.
But you see, it's not bad up, you know. I don't think it's bad up. He just tell it as it is. That's how he is. You know. A lot of people may not like that even my style, a lot of people don't like my style. But it's not that I'm trying to be a bad person. But you know, each one of us have a style that we go with. So I understand his style, he understand my style. It's not a bad. We just tell you as it is.
People,
A businessman is a businessman. I was telling a friend today about my boss, and there's certain standard my boss have to keep up. If you go below those standards, I lose all respect for you. You know, so that's it. Yeah, so I don't think he is bad enough anybody, man. He more likely to bad me up when he sees me doing it.
No, like you said, Trevor Whittaker, you know, and he's going to just take us to see, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good person. But guys, I'm gonna cut.
Like you mentioned, you know, good leader. You know?
Yes, I'm gonna cut because 3 o'clock I'm have to be out of here.
no
So
problem.
no problem. I'm gonna take care and take it easy.
Thanks for
And I
joining.
yes, no
Alright.
problem, my brother. No love.
Yeah,
Then
Flatter,
God
bless up
Flatter.
yourself,
Bless
man.
it, bless it, bless
And you know, as soon as
Yes.
possible.
Yes, I definitely have to do that as soon as possible.
The movement, you know.
All right.
All right, Sir Flash. Respect.
Enough respect, my brother.
Thanks for joining. Let me take the time out and bigging up Tariq Robinson, aka Gibbs. We haven't seen him on the show for a while. What's happening in your neck of the woods, Gibbs? Over there in Bahamas. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Sadi Crest. That's what he's saying and knows. So Gibbs is on
Bless
the
up
Bahamas.
yourself. Bless up yourself, you know, Terry.
Maximum,
Hope
maximum.
everything bless up. Yes, Adi. I
Well, I knows before you go any further, let me acknowledge the presence of the PIBA chairman. He's right here now and live. He's in
Yeah,
studio.
man, sad.
So the PIBA chairman is in studio. Big up yourself,
All
Mr.
right, yeah.
Ninja 4.
Down the road.
You know, so we have Nose online, sir, trying to put in as much as he could before you get on, you know. So go
Yeah,
ahead,
man.
let's continue before Mr. Chairman come in.
All right, let me get my head beat.
Somebody asked also about the Jamaica event and the Canada event.
Mm-hmm.
The Jamaica event will be on the 31st of July.
Yes.
It's a whole day event,
Mm-hmm.
family event. You bring your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever you can carry and come out have fun. There'll be fun things for the kids in the days, football games. And then in the night, you'll have the trying to go back to the days of Edwin Allen Fits, you know, where people from all walks of life would put it on and call it as a staple for a yearly thing. So we're trying to get back that vibes in from Dylan and Edwin Allen. So we're trying to, you know, on the night of the 31st.
Okay, nice. So back to the days. So one of the things that I will ask you, what are the different kids activities you have? The activities for the kids, as you mentioned.
I'm sure about the bunks. We have bunks about, and I think we have some egg and spoon race. And the chairman can help me out with other activities, but I'm not remembering them up now. A few activities to take place.
Well, we're trying to get trampoline as well. Not confirmed as yet, but we're trying to get some more kids activities. But there's not a lot of them that already confirmed. So we're just waiting to do that. And then we have like a month to go. So hopefully we can get as much as possible.
All right. So people, again, that's where it will be. That's activity of the year. Edwin Allen Football and Fit, July 20.
And Sadi, to point out to the public as well that
edition.
all
Yes.
all proceed from these events are going directly to the school football program. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I want everybody to know. So when they come out and support the movement and support what we're doing, they're supporting the whole entire community, the whole football, the whole, you know, up another turn a Clarendon. You know what I say? So
Yes.
I mean, just come out and give your support and know that your support will not go in vain. You know, it's for a real good cause.
So Dallas, let me see if I can clear this up. I want to understand too. All proceeds going to the school. So every single money or every single dollar that is made on that day will go right to the bursar or the principal on that evening.
Yeah. Well, definitely, sir. You know, not just on that day. The PIBA movements, whatever event we put on, you know, all the proceed really. It may not go to the school one time,
yes,
but all the proceed, yes, is scheduled to go towards the football program in some shape or form. And we not just contribute to the football program alone, we contribute to anything that's happening with Edwin Allen as well. But our main thing is really football.
Okay, nice. So people, as I was saying before, you know, it's very, very important that we support these ventures. From time to time, we know that we have the different events, but I'm gonna hit it right now, especially those in Jamaica and those who want to travel to get a good independence. It's the place to be on July 30th, the 2023 edition of the Edunalin Piba Fete. Right, Nose?
July 31st.
No,
That's
July
right,
31st.
the 31st, Saudi.
Okay,
But that's
Yeah,
the place
July
to be.
31st.
that's the place to be. Nice. The other thing that I want to express, Mr. Dallas and Mr. Smarling, is that will this be a here-to-here event at the Edunalin or bi-yearly? What is the plan going forward in terms of that fit and football team?
Well, yes, sir. We hope based on what happened, based on the success that we think we will be getting this coming 31st of July.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, we hope we're gonna make it be a yearly event.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. We ought to be, because it's very important that we maintain that level of interest with people to keep people current, especially
Yeah,
local.
man, definitely.
Yes. So, anything else you want to add, Mr. Chairman, as we're looking to maximize the opportunity of getting more persons in PIBA, in the association, to help in the not just the running of the organization, but the entire development of the movement. Is there anything you want to add? I mean, Nose mentioned a few things of how to register, who to reach out. Could you just give us some of the names of the persons who they can reach out to? And of course, the Saudi Crest Show will continue to highlight them. We will provide name and numbers for a person to do so.
All right. As a public figure, as Kevin Sadi Wittik and Sadi Crest Show, if you reach out to Sadi, you will get in touch with somebody from PIBA. So myself, Trevor Wittik, Knows, any Gregory Messam, and so long as you reach out to somebody and say, hey, me hear about the movements and I would like to join, any one of them could direct you to somebody who you will get direct information as to, it's not hard. It's not hard. So long as you're interested. And as we say, we're open to not just past ballers, but Edunalin Heights or even members from the community. I mean, who like what we're doing and would like to help us, Yeah, man. Feel free to come on board, man. We're open for that. And we're willing to listen to, any good ideas to help us, get better as we go along,
Yes, because we want the people thing to grow. I mean, we know that there are much, what do I say now? The wide cross section. A lot of persons from the Edunalin High School back in the days. So we shouldn't have problems, to grow as it relates to numbers. But again, as a foundation, as an organization, there's a lot of work to do. And we have to acknowledge that we have something to do to get the ball rolling. We have to do our part.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's why we're really trying to. This fed will bring out a lot of people. We might get a lot of people to join and that day as well, because day by day we're reaching more peoples all over the world. People will call and say, hey, me hear about the movements, and we're going to Canada, we're going to Florida, we're going to England, and we're going everywhere. So hopefully, we can take it to Dubai and all across the world, because we have Edunalin Heights live all over the world, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I'm trying to see if we can get a video to play highlighting that event there. So while we do, who are the past Edunalin ballers and the past Clarendon ballers who will be there?
All right. Knows Gregory Messam, Sean Newman, yours truly, Ninja Ford, Fitzroy Thomas, Um, who again? Leo Face.
You surely are
I'm not.
coming?
Yeah, man. Leo. What you talk about, man? Leo will be there.
Because
The
one thing
great
about,
host, Sadi as well.
yes,
And we
sorry.
could have look you out. Yeah, man.
So you know, real
And
big
then,
banner.
no, man. You save the best for last, man. You have to highlight the thing in the Sadi.
Okay, okay.
Uh, and the Clarendon side now, you have Rudolph Austin, and Christopher Dawes, who again? Richie, um, Eakins. Some names I don't have them right in front of me now, but yeah, some of the top players from back in the days at Clarendon College as well. So, hope we can get some more, even the one them that we don't announce.
Yes, yes, yes. So you know, it will be fun filled, and we mentioned the states team. You know, will be up against the Edinalin team, and just to let you know, people, remember Edinalin was the runner-up for last year's Ben Francis. They have won it the year before, and so they have to settle for second place in that competition. So they are hitting out, and we're expecting a very, very good game going through that days, you know. So again, what I want to say to you, Mr. Chairman, kudos, and if there are any other activities that you would like to talk about, you know, that will actually help or to encourage
All right.
person
So
to join.
yes, Adi. I just want to encourage the public, the general public, come prepared to do something on the field. We will be having prizes for many different activities. Maybe a penalty shootout. You could have your pants or your shorts or whatever. And if
Mhm.
you want to take part in a penalty shootout or or a
Yeah.
juggling contest, yeah man, feel free. We will be having some prizes for some of those events.
Okay, nice, nice. So again, to remember people, it's very important. Again, it's very, very important that we support, not just support by turning up, yes, but we are also seeking your membership wherever you are. You know, we want to grow as an organization. The more the better, or the more the merrier. That's how it sounds, sir. So
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Just something to note here
Mhm.
that we are seeking support from all who are available on the day and even beyond, because one of our main aims is to provide the school with a dormitory for
Okay.
these footballers. And you know, as you all know, that it will take a tidy sum to reach
To
that
do
goal.
that, yes, that's true.
So whatever the support is, you know, financial support that we can get from people joining the group, from people who just want to see the worthy cause and want to give their support. We welcome all of that, you know.
All right. Very
So
good. So remember, people, especially, I'm gonna call out the PIBA members or should I say, as well, they would say on the ground. PIBA members in JA, you know, prior to the event and the day of the event as well. We need that assistance. Of course, why not? And so we continue to ask for your support in whatever way. As I said, you know, it's not just but about attending, but in whatever way you can help. All right. So very good one knows. I hope that reach out to them. As a Bupi and show, Bupi has committed to assist in so many ways. But I never hear nose in the picture. Will nose be on show?
Yes, man. Well, yes, Sadi. I know it's the first name and the first name.
Nose was
And
the
the
first
first
name
name. And the first name, Carl. Yeah. Oh.
Me here say no start play center half now, you know, so I don't look for him coming the attacking thing. nose is playing. Yes.
Sadi,
Yes.
just just for the fans and the persons who will be in attendance. We're going to come out of retirement and go back in the middle just for that one game.
Because you know what I'm afraid of? That after the game, you probably will be redundant forever. You know? You'll be retired forever. Because that,
Come on.
I don't think we'll have a spare knee at the ground. You know?
Don't worry. We try to source a few from China. As long as those come on time, I will be there.
All right, my boss. Looking forward, you know. And the last time we had a very good time. I enjoyed myself. I never thought, I didn't get the opportunity to go full 100 because I was so involved. You know, I'll do my piece, but this time around, Sir Chairman, I hope that I'll get at least 45 minutes of the game, sir.
I think you're gonna need so much in us already. I don't know what kind of condition, what level you're in now, but I think you run out for 120 minutes. That should be good enough.
You see, I would run out for 15, take a 10 minutes break, return for another 10, get another 5 minutes break. So it's fine. I don't want 40 minutes. Your mother can't even run for 20 minutes playing football. When I go to walk like some people, you know, I walk off of the field.
Yeah.
Right, Nose?
You might your phone up. In that case, you might not get a chance to walk off, you might have to turn you off.
No, sir, this is too bad, you know. You're past the limit now, Nose. Well, anyway, Donovan Petgrave, hold on a second, let me take this one. Donovan Petgrave, the man they call Pedigree, the entertainer. Remember me asking, you know, boss, I need an intro here, sir. Please and thanks. I mean, Nose we pay for that. Nose a sponsor for the show, so we pay for that. So he's saying, Jaja, I never know say persons can join PIBA. His first I thought, Jaja, who one sign me up and it's not advertised at the events? Hey, Mr. Chairman, Mr. PRO, Mr. Smalling, how comes these don't advertise at the events, boss?
All right, so it better to be late than never. I think what we did, we probably didn't announce it.
Dallas answering first.
Yeah, I think what we did, we didn't really announce it publicly like over the mic or so. But you know, each friend tell a friend, and that's what we do most of the time. So a lot of people with the frequency that they say Mr. Petgrave, everybody must be thinking that what Mr. Petgrave must be the treasurer, the vice president, because he always be at, you know, all of the events. Them, you see me? So maybe that's why that one does slip through the crack. But that's one of the things we will take note of, and we will make sure to announce it publicly over the sound system next event.
It's very, very important, you know, because, you know, one need to know. I mean, you can't be at those events and it's not being advertised. So thank you very much, Mr. Petgrave, for that interesting, you know, dialogue.
Yeah.
Well, I know. So, Mr. Dallas. Yes, as it relates to what can you say additionally to the fish fry coming up? Is it a few 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks time?
Well, yes. Fish Canada Fish Fry, June 17. Yeah, man, everything is on track. We're just making the last preparation in terms of the food and the venue already taken care of. So it's just a matter of, you know, getting all the supplies in under one roof, and the chef is already in line, and other people who is planning to go and give their assistance is already, you know, making preparation. So we in line, everything on schedule.
Okay.
So hopefully, whosoever is trying to make their way to Canada, yeah, man, do so, man, and come, as I said, come with an intention to give us a helping hand same way. So we always need a little of that. So somebody can get a little break and just move around and somebody fill in.
Okay, nice. So people, again, so that's June 17 in Canada. The address, do you know the address, Sir Afan?
Not off at the top of my head, but it's somewhere in Advance Boulevard. I'm not sure the numbers.
Okay, somewhere in Advance Boulevard, my people. So
Yeah.
that, I can't tell anything about Canada. Not sure at all, but it's a good look, people, and I continue to ask that you support us. Oh, we left out the great Bupi and Tuba. Come on, boy, so many names to call. Dallas.
No, but listen, don't fault me for that. Sometimes they're on the posters. They're headlining the flyers, so they won't feel no way if I didn't remember to call your name right now, because they'll understand how that is. But they headline in the flyers.
I wonder how one was forget that too.
No, man, they're the headline on the flyers, man. Bupi Brown
and Tuba.
Yeah. No, man, they're on the flyers, sorry. It's just that I'm not talking from a flyer right now, so I don't even remember some of those details.
I say a big event ago.
All right, hold on yourself. Hold on. We have a little clippings to play a little more. So, hold it, Bupi Brown. Why are we going to reach Canada? What a question, Mr. Chairman.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, I never want to give no trouble tonight. But
yes,
bro, he's asking, pose the question, how are we going to reach Canada?
What location is that guy? Who is asking?
Bupi Brown.
Where is he right now?
St. Ann, Jamaica.
Oh, he's in Jamaica still. Okay, well, I think getting to Canada, you probably must have a Canadian visa. And if you have a Canadian visa, then we'll take it from there.
I must say something on that, Mr. Chairman. I actually in the process of applying for the Canadian visa. However,
Yes.
time has elapsed based on certain documentation that was required for me to get from Canada. And as such, I'm not sure I'll be making it. It seems like it's out of my hand just now. For such a short period, at this time, the Canadian embassy doesn't give any emergency visa unless like it's a death of a family or something like that, and it's close relatives, a matter of fact. So this is one thing that I would suggest to PIBA. So, in their different general meetings or, even on the chat walls, you could highlight that, PIBA could do invitations for members who wish to secure their visa for different areas for these events, and the invitation letters or so on could be done. That's my take on it, based on the experience I just had.
Well, that's a good suggestion, Sadi. Yeah, man, we'll discuss that and make sure that we have that whenever time a member requested that as well. And yeah, man, that would be a useful help to anybody, anywhere, like Jamaica, anywhere in the world who would like to just get our assistance to, to push anything through.
Oh yes, that's important, really important. So, people, I'm just gonna play a short clip, just a piece of an advertisement that will be going out in short order. So stay tuned and see what's up. This has to do with the adrenaline. Hope this is the right clip. That is not the bloopers. All right. Come on. Where am I?
Monday, July 31st. A big day that So Saturday, I realize say a big event to go on at Edwin Allen Monday, July 31st. A big day that So for the fete, Tell me who I got there affect there. Which two sound I got there affect there? Cause for you have a feta Edwin Allen, you must have big sound.
Big bad bass at DC
What you say?
alongside Super Fanica. You know Super Fanica from Frankie, you know?
Yes!
Tapa.
Foundation.
Oh no.
Foundation.
Yes, man.
So make sure so the rolling. What we say? Feta night, football are there. Yeah, man.
And they say there.
How we stay?
Right, they said people. They look out for you. You think me no know? Remember?
See, I'm going to $300 for no. $50 a day. And I say if you fit, save your money again. Because I don't know, say enough things are going to go on. Enough things are going to go on. Sweet music,
Yes.
sweet food. Yeah, man. Roll out. All right? Take care. That's it, I say. July 31st, the Monday. Off the day. Late.
All right, Dallas. PRO is responsible to get out the full thing.
Different proportion, you know, man. Different business that you in again, you know. Yeah.
Levels, you know. So, you know, people
Yeah.
things and we try to promote as much as we can. So call on the PRO, my boss. That video should have out long time.
Okay.
Full video. That's just a little piece of the cake.
All right. Neat.
It's bigger and better.
All right.
You know, so
Yeah, man. Yeah.
past 40 minutes with Edwin Allen and Piba. And we have not yet completed our discussion, but we just have 4 minutes to go to the end of the show. And we just want to highlight this because we'll get back to the whole issue of schoolboy football coming up. Big promo. All right, Gibbs. Thank you very much, man. That's how we do it on Piba, you know. So, as I was saying, we were looking at, you know, the pre-preparation period for football, looking at the referees will be ready, adequate referee. You know, we also want to chime in on the coaches for football. But one thing I'm going to leave you, because we won't be able to finish this discussion, especially related to the coaches. But I will say, all our coaches are now qualified with the highest level of coaching education as Jamaica has to offer. That's one. Secondly, are we able, let me not use this, are our schoolboy coaches being paid so they could perform to the best of their abilities? Yes? Or some of these coaches are asking for big money to coach at the schoolboy level. Can the schools manage or to support it? But one thing I will say to you, Mr. Chairman, I don't know what it is like at Edwin Allen as it relates to the coach and his salary. But what do you think about coaching at the schoolboy level? The few matches that you have seen, the research you have done, the information you have received over last year going to this year. What's your say on that?
Well, I think at schoolboy level, it's always gonna be a challenge for any coach, especially if it's just maybe one coach without an assistant, because everything take money and everybody want money. I mean, it no matter if he's a past student or a past baller who don't even have your whatever license that's required. But question I must ask: Can you coach as an assistant without one of them required license?
The head coach must have.
Okay.
And I think the basic requirement, well, it was stated as a level 2 or a GC faster degree. But, you know, moving to D to C to B to A license now, I think the D license would have been the minimum requirement.
Well, sorry, as me say, it always gonna be a challenge. And at our school, I think the coach is doing a fairly good job. If whatever means or ways you're trying to judge him off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about I don't watch most of the games. Remember, you are the only source. Sadi Crest Show is the only source that give us a little commentary in where we are.
Let me correct you.
Yes.
Because I am offended by that statement.
Yes.
A little?
Oh no. Well,
A
no,
little, Mr. Chairman?
no. Well, no. Well, yes, I would be offended too, because all, all, all the information and commentary that I
Okay.
ever seen, yes, is through the Sadiq Crest show, and I'm very much thankful for that, and I'm encouraging you to continue. Are you know, go in hard and go all out to make your thing better, bro, and so you can reach to more people across the world, because not just me, but anybody who live abroad can tell you the feelings when you're here and you know that your school is playing and you cannot hear nothing at all. You know, that's kind of a sad situation. So may I tell you, may I just encourage you to continue, and
Yes.
whatever where we as the beneficiary can help, only can speak for myself. I will, you know, because I really encourage all the commentary.
Okay, my boss. All right, most definitely. But let me ask you though, is PIBA willing to pay the coach big bucks?
Well, all right. The
As you
coach,
mentioned, we are still in a
the
very good,
coach appointment, the coach appointment is done by the school.
Mr. Chairman.
You know,
Mr. Chairman, I don't
yes.
want you to give me
Mhm.
no politically correct answer. I'm asking as an
No,
organizer. The fact that
well,
what I'm saying to you, there are some coaches in Jamaica now. You have to
mhm,
farm up nothing less than $100,000 per month
mhm.
to pay them, and I'm talking at the schoolboy level.
Yeah,
I'm not.
no,
I am.
I understand you clearly, Sadi. I'm just saying,
So I'm saying
at
to you,
this moment,
Sadi,
if if
yes,
and when, if and when, if and when, wait, no, if
well,
and when, if and when PIBA is
well, on.
giving if and when PIBA is given the responsibility or they are to do all of that, we will all come together and talk about it and see the best thing for the school, the best thing for the football program. So I'm not saying no to that, but presently, that's the way it's been done at our school.
Okay, go ahead now, Notes.
yeah, man. In addition to the chairman just said, PIBA, as you might very well know, is a very young organization. And so while we aim to do and try to fund the football program in its entirety, that is one of our aim.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, we are just a baby, so to speak, in terms of our development.
Okay.
And at this PIBA is only assisting the program. And our assistance doesn't reach that where
Okay, sir.
we can take a right fund. All we are here to do is lend the assistance to the school. The school still have that responsibility.
No, what I was alluding to, is not that I'm saying that you should. I'm just based on what's happening now. Are you willing, as an organization?
I know, and I'm saying to you that at this point, PIBA is not in a position to take on that sort of responsibility. When we have grown to the point where we can,
Yes.
then as a group, we'll sit and we'll discuss that, and if that is the direction that we choose to go, then surely we will.
All right, sir. Fully appreciate that. All right, so very good. Jason Tate, the man they call Ravers from Linston. Yes, big up the Northwest St. Catherine Football League. People, I just want to say this clear, regardless of where you are at, the best, the most exciting and popular corner league in Jamaica, it's played at the Yuatan Sports Complex, the Bramwell Park Sports Complex in Yuatan. It is the Northwest St. Catherine Football Corner League. The kickoff was yesterday evening, Sunday, with 2 games, and this will be from then every Sunday until I think is mid-August. So let me just big up the MP, Hugh Graham, for assisting and providing sponsorship for this corner league. We also have Dixon's Pharmacies. And remember, Jason Theatre Ravers playing a big role. Of course, he's a key man into this. And I want to big up the committee that spearhead the corner league, the organizing committee. Well done. And listen, I'm going to take you out there. I'm going to showcase the committee that organized that league. It was wonderful. Yesterday, the opening ceremony, we have the president of the St. Catherine Football Federation with us yesterday afternoon. In tonight, we also, believe it or not, people, to show you how the corner league big in Jamaica, we had the president of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Michael Ricketts, was in attendance. And not just attendance, he watched games and he enjoyed and he bring greetings to us. I remember yesterday was the semi-finals of the Premier League in Jamaica, and Mr. Ricketts was in Yuatan. So, a big thing. Big thing. So if you are in Jamaica, man, all the way to Yuatan on a Sunday afternoon for 2 games. And of course, for those of you overseas and who can't make it to the ground, you can join the Saudi Crest TV channel for live and delay streaming for these games. Every Sunday until August. Big up yourself, every single member from that committee, to which I'm also a part. So guidance and much respect. 38th, unfortunately, I can't play the flyer for the corner league or the video because it has musical content that I am not allowed to use on my channel. So I'll prepare one for you for the next round. Whenever you see me again, we're going to be promoting that corner league. All right. So, Sir Tate is saying, sir, we think the Saudi Crest show doing big things. Bless up yourself, man. It couldn't be better without you and the others. So, the more persons we get on the show, the more participation, the bigger the show gets. Whoopi Brown, that a small money coaching license, of course, is expensive. Whoopi, with all due respect, still, the coaching license, how expensive? I think it's between 30 to 40 grand. Yes, it is expensive. I think it's too expensive. If we want to develop our coaches, people, as a country, the JFF need to, I'm not sure if they have not done it. Maybe they have, give us some supplements towards that. But I think $35,000 for a coaching license in Jamaica, knowingly that you don't have a lot of jobs out there that will be able to pay you more than $40,000 a month. That's the reality. The schools out there are not able. There are some schools that is a chicken feed. I understand, but the majority. So while I understand that and I believe that the coaches should be paid, especially those professionals, those persons who are not just a teacher, but you applied your skills as a coach, you should be paid if you're doing a job. But one thing I suppose, and one thing I will encourage that every single school and every organization like PIBA must hold the coach responsible. Yes? So if the coach asks for $10 or $1 million, if you think he deserves it based on qualification and experience and performance, pay him. But at the end of the day, he must answer to the results and the performance. What say you, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, man, definitely. Definitely. I share the same thing like you're saying.
So, people, I really want to say to you, it's been a wonderful evening. We have gone 2 hours and 9 minutes. It should be a hour and a half show. But I realize you people like to join the Saudi Crest show late and late for class and so on. But I want to say to you, continue to join us. This particular topic, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a part 2. And when we come back to you with this topic, we will have somebody more so. I'm expecting to have the leadership of ISA and also a few coaches coming on the show. The Saudi Crest TV and the Saudi Crest show, of course, will be going out there for a pre-season interview with coaches, players, fans, and so on for different schools. I'm trying to find myself all over the country. So look out. You may find one of your schools because I'm sure not everybody here is a adrenaline past student. Mr. Tate, don't even know adrenaline away from track and field. But it's part of it. It's part of it. So we're gonna carry around. We're gonna take every nook and cranny where I can reach. That's where I will go. So, Mr. Chairman, do you have any final comment or statement in words of encouragement to our
Well,
fans?
well, 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 yes, Sadi. I just to say this PIBA movement is doing a great job, and just to remind the listeners also that we will be having like a medical checkup day, and that's same 31st of July. You know,
Okay.
we'll be having nurses and maybe doctors as well coming in, and you could come and get your blood sugar check, your blood pressure check, and maybe some other screening. You know. So come out. Not just if you even if you don't like football or whatever, it could be beneficial to you to come and get your blood pressure check. That is very important in black people.
Okay, very good. Nose. Harville? Or seems like
Still
you're
here, sir.
still
No, man,
here.
still here. Not asleep. It's still here, sir.
Knowing you,
Yeah,
knowing you.
just just to say to the listeners and to sorry, that thanks for always being one of the vehicles to spread the good word of FIBA, to the
Yes,
listening public.
you and Piba need to start pay to the Saudi Crest show.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
It check a hard up, Sadi, man. It check a hard up.
Mr. Chairman, we
Yeah.
need to so do
Yeah.
something. Like that. We need to sit around the table.
All right, you're yes, but that's your
Sadi, remember say you're a PIBA member too, you know, man. Remember say you will high position in PIBA, you know, man. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with you sitting around the table. Me know if you negotiate with you.
Regardless of what you want to say, boss, we need to start yes, Saudi Crest. We get the membership out of Saudi Crest.
as a teacher, you should know that is what the negotiation table is for. So come with
Yeah.
your lawyer and your come out.
Yeah, you would
Set a meeting date and we come and we sit and we discuss that. But for now, all we can say is, only a big up and for continue to, highlight the work
yeah, man, you got to back, you know.
to the listening populace. Come on board,
Yes.
The movement in our estimation is a worthy one. We're trying to save our nation youths, and every like-minded person just come on board with whatever little you have, whatever way in which you can help to give back to the community and to Jamaica at large. Let's join hands and heart together and just do that.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, man.
I'm really happy.
And remember to like and share the Saudi Crest show. It's very important
I'm gonna
to
say
us and to Saudi as well.
this. As you talk about like and share, that's what you need to echo in your Piba group, boss.
Yeah, that's the Saudi. Every time, man. Anytime I come across the platform,
You
it's
see, what
always trying to ask somebody to do.
not a lot of Piba members join this come on the Shari Crest show. I don't know if they're shy. And we have an invitation, for the very loud, popular football fans to come and give us a take on the show at the end of the season, which is next week after the Champions League. So let's see who will take it up. But yes, I know that persons from people watch the show. Some of them not sure if they subscribe, they don't participate, so we don't see them here. But I know they're watching. I know they are watching. Continue, people, and let me say, the Saudi Crest here show is here to stay. We will continue to bring and highlight not just adrenaline, but but we have a lot of friends out there. We highlight things, people from the Garvey Massey High School, Garvey Massey Alliance. Yes, with Mr. Lee and company. Big up yourself, Mr. Lee. Why not always here? And any other schools who want to come on this show, we'll highlight your program, not a problem. If you have events that you want us to put out there for the people, you can join us. Send us the flyers and I will assist. Don't worry yourself about that. All right. This is what we are here for, to bring you sports, entertainment, and education, with useful information that people will love and learn. So that's all about Sadiq Show. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much. And of course, please, as much as this is football and sports which you love, please join me on Wednesday. We'll have education talk. And this is another one. Remember the last time? There are so many of you missed that education talk. And what RR and Messam could really talk about, self-care. It's very, very important, people. We'll echo that. So Noels, thank you for joining us from your audio source. And of course, Dallas Harris. We also thank Mr. Dental Flasher Pommes, who joining us later. We thank every one of you who participated, and those who just sit and watch. Thank you for joining. We do appreciate your presence, and so we'll see you next time. But we'll be leaving you with just a short clip of this advertisement for the Eden Allen event on June 31st. Just a little piece. I don't want to share everything yet until the PRO give us the okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we leave you. Thank you very much.
A big event to go on at Edwin Allen on Monday, July 31st. A big day that, you know. So for the fete, tell me who I got there at the fete there. Which two sound I got there at the fete there? Because for you have a fete at Edwin Allen, you must have big sound.
Big bad bass at DC.
What you say?
Alongside Super Fanica. You know Super Fanica from Frankfield, you know?
Yes!
Tapa,
Foundation.
Oh, no.
Foundation.
Yes, man.
So make sure so the rolling. What we say? Fete night, football day. Yeah, man. How we stay?
Right, they said, people, may I look out for you. You think me no know? Remember?
See, I'm going to charge $50 a day. And I say, if you fit, save your money again. Because I don't know, say enough things are going to go on. Enough things are going to go on. Sweet music,
yes.
Sweet food. Yeah, man. Roll out. All right? Take care. That's it, I say. July 31st, the Monday. Off the day. Late.